Hey, happy Monday, everyone. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. Look who's back. It's meteorologist Mike Joyce, who had a busy weekend, but it could have been a
Yes.
busier weekend.
Right.
We've been talking a little bit off the air this afternoon about how it was busy yesterday. We had some reports of severe weather. We had some flooding problems, but yesterday was probably one of the higher risks for severe weather of the entire season for us,
Hmm.
and it didn't turn into a blockbuster severe weather event. So,
Right.
kind of take us through your day a little bit yesterday, and how did things unfold? We had a couple of rounds of storms, probably the worst of which was what, about 10 o'clock, 9:30,
Right. Yeah.
and that was about it.
That was it. Yeah. When I started off the day, I got up around 9 a.m. and the night before we were looking at some pretty nasty storms. I mean, it was the highest risk we've had in eastern Ohio and western PA the entire year so far. And that was downplayed a little bit in the morning, but with my noon update, I kept it. I was like, look, we still have the potential. We're still looking at some nasty storms, possibly even a couple tornadoes. So we went with it. I came in early. Jess was in, and we took care of it. But yeah, the storm reports we had were, while still significant for some folks,
Hmm.
were a lot less numerous as they could have been.
Yeah. The number was not as high as it certainly could have been. You can see there's a report of a tornado down here in West Virginia. And there were reports of tornadoes, lots of pictorial and video evidence down in Tennessee. But up here in Northeast Ohio, Western PA, a handful of official, called into the National Weather Service spotter reports of wind damage up here, Kinsman Township, at least 4 trees down. This one's over in Mercer County, multiple trees down, and off to our west as well. Here's one, actually, another one in Trumbull County, reports of a large tree down. Meadowbrook Drive, causing some damage, and we had some roads washed out. But again, the atmosphere just didn't quite live up to its full potential yesterday, and we're very happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday's in the books. Now, of course, we have had a lot of rain. These are Doppler radar estimated rain totals. The red shading from roughly Cleveland or east of Cleveland over through much of Geauga County, northern Trumbull, northern Mercer. This is a zone where a lot of places picked up at least 2 inches, maybe even 3 or even 4 in some spots. I drove through some of those heavy showers today on my way back from New York State. I-90 across northwestern PA and then dash to Beulah County and then down 11 through Trumbull County. When it rained, it really rained. So in between those showers, we've had some breaks of sun, but some of these showers earlier really packed a punch. Got the upper level flow plotted up here, and you can see this big deep trough in the east. That's what's responsible for our cool and damp and October-like weather today. Now the most numerous showers are over in upstate New York, the Hudson Valley of New York, and then heading back into central PA, and we're starting to kind of get into the wind-down phase, I think, here in northeast Ohio and western Pennsylvania. The heat is all underneath this big ridge out here in the western United States, and Mike, check out these temperatures this afternoon. It's barely noon in Phoenix. Yeah, it's too hot. It's barely noon in Phoenix, and it's already 98. It's in the 90s in Texas, so they're well on their way up into 100. But with this type of upper level flow, all the heat's going to stay out here, and we have no heat waves coming anytime
Not at
soon.
all.
So if you ask me, that's all right. But some folks are really wondering where summer went. Let's take just a minute here and talk about the near term and how many showers may be around for the rest of the day today. I don't think there'll be as many as there were earlier. Here's we'll bring up the latest high resolution NAM, or I'm sorry, the rapid refresh model, real high res short term model. Skip ahead a couple of hours here to about 4 o'clock. As often is the case with this model, it's probably a little overdone with the coverage of the showers here, but there could be another sprinkle shower, something like that, late this afternoon. But if you want to do something outdoors this evening, walk the dog or even try to mow, maybe your grass may still be wet. But here it's 6 o'clock this evening. I can't rule out there's a shower, maybe particularly north of I-80, but there's not going to be as many as there were earlier today. Here it's 7 o'clock this evening and then 8 o'clock, and things are really starting to wind down. Middle of the night tonight, maybe there's a sprinkle here and there, but probably not much other than just a partly to mostly cloudy sky. So let's talk about the rest of the week. And Mike, you worked the last few days. I've been off and not looking at the weather much. This midweek front, Tuesday night into Wednesday, not much with this.
Right. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot about it. A whole lot out of it. I put a 30 pop for Wednesday just because I do think a couple of us might get a shower that lasts 20 or 30 minutes, but it's not going to be a washout by any sense. And by Thursday, we should dry up again and see some more sunshine.
Yeah, it looks that way. This is Wednesday. This is just another little reinforcing cool front coming through in that northwest flow of air. And as Mike said, the coverage won't be real high, but yeah, a couple of showers around. Here's Thursday on the GFS, and yeah, there's some green blobs showing up here, but this is probably just kind of garbage stuff being printed out on the model with the trough still over to the northeast. There'll probably be some showers there, but I suspect this is nothing more than fair weather clouds around on Thursday. It's not a bright and sunny day, but there'll be some sun. End of the weekend, looking all right. This is Friday afternoon. Again, probably the bark worse than the bite here. The model's just overdoing things a little bit with nebulous areas of precipitation printed out. Here's Saturday, and, again, we've got this general trough around the east. And so the model every day wants to pop up some of these maybe showers here and there, but, it's probably a little overdone and a little too much. Our current forecast, does it have anything at the end of the weekend?
Yeah, we have another 30 pop on 30. Saturday, and then Sunday. I think Sunday will probably be a little bit clearer. But with yesterday's model runs, it did look like we were going to push some rain into Sunday. But right now, it looks like even high pressure might be taking over.
Yeah, this is the latest GFS for Sunday afternoon. It shows a bubble of high pressure overhead. So if that were to be correct, then maybe Sunday's the better half of the weekend.
Right.
And then we're getting out a week from now, but next Monday looks pretty good. Most importantly, hey, what's the temperature trend over the next 16 days? Well, here we are now, way below average by a good 15 degrees. And it's a slow, gradual climb up for the rest of the week. And maybe by the end of the week and the weekend, it'll kind of feel like late July should. Not hot, but 80 or so. That's where we should be. And the ensemble GFS model here has this kind of just even keel then for that first full week into the second week of August. There'll probably be more peaks and valleys than is shown here. But it looks like in the longer term, odds do not favor a heat wave, but odds also do not favor the kind of weather we have now.
Right.
It'll probably be somewhere in between, probably a lot of times close to average. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks, as always, for following Mike on social media. He did a great job this weekend. Jess was in to help yesterday as well, and they had you covered. And you can check out my forecast. I'm back in the saddle tonight, 21 News, at 6 and 11. More Weather Geeks posted tomorrow afternoon. We'll see you then.